All right, the birds are chirping, the puppy's wandering, and we're back in the garage with the cover off the Boxster. 2001 Porsche Boxster S.
Sweet.
I've had this car, oh boy, almost 15 years now, and it is in awesome shape. Boxster S, got my E-Tech plate on there. It's got the dual exhaust, original top, it's in awesome shape. Everything works on it, and the paint's in excellent condition. Anything like that is just dirt right now. The only thing, I had this bumper recovered about 5 years ago, and when we got to this house, those doors, god damn it anyways, those doors had handles on the inside, and I parked it too close to the door. Door came down and scratched the bumper. 1, 2, 3 scratches right there. Otherwise it was just repainted, believe it or not. So anyhow, has 165,000 kilometers. That's about 100,000 miles. Actually it has now 168, 335. Is that what that says? I don't have my glasses. 168, 225 maybe. Anyways, you can read that as well as I can. And yeah, great car. Right now it's still on wheel chocks, which I keep it on over the winter. Helps from any kind of spotting, not that tires spot. I hate when people think tires will flat spot. You know, just in one season, maybe in 5 years, might get a bit of a flat spot. 10 years, something more than a little. But anyways, I put them on, just easier to move around. This little 3-car garage. It's actually a 2-car garage with enough space in front to park the Porsche. But enough babbling. What I want to do, I have the battery charger on it. That's why the hood's propped. I have new prop rods for the hood, because those go after a while. And I want to clean the MAF and the throttle body. So what we're going to do right now. Let me get this on a stand, and we'll get the top into service mode, as they call it. You'll love this. Did you just groan? She lays down and she goes, "Oh." Are you going to watch? She's, yeah, I'm bored. Anyways, I'm not. Alright, so to put this in service mode, I'll take it off the stand here for a second. Step 1, put the key in the ignition. Of course, all the Porsches have key on the left side ignition. And you get it so that you can turn the top. There's the lights coming on, okay? So you can move the windows up and down, etc. So windows down to start with, and top halfway down. That's what you need to do. Get the top halfway down, which is called service mode. Alright. Got a middle catch here in the Porsche. Just remove it all the way back, and then you have to pull the emergency brake in a Porsche Boxster because they want you stopped. In 2001, they want the car perfectly stopped. Now cars can put the top down at 30, 40 miles an hour. Anyhow, so I've actually rigged it. There's a cheat or a hack that you can do with the relay for the top and bend one tab over so that you just have to move the emergency brake up 1 notch, and then that means you can be still going slowly while you move the top up and down. Anyhow, latch off, emergency brake up 1 notch, and press the top open button. Flap in the back pops up. Top comes down, and halfway down to service mode. I'll just show you what it looks like all the way down. That's all the way down. That tonneau cover comes over and covers half the top. And anyways, like I said, we want it halfway up. So that up, and that's about halfway. Ignition off. And that's how you can start getting into the boot. Behind the convertible top, there's a boot underneath there. So my Boxster has this optional speaker cover here that also has to come off in order to get to it. So you do that, you pop off the back part here. We'll just push the seat out of the way so that it's a little easier to see. So this whole piece here has to come out for us to do this job here. So this has little latches. They latch and turn, or they unlatch and turn. So that's a catch that goes in and catches inside there. Just take them part way out. if you want yourself a mid-engine car, this is the BS you have to put up with. Owner's manual out. CD, Queen, Rock and Rio. Sweet. Sweet. Alright, and then back here at the back of the top, there's a couple of kind of like prop rods. They come off like a prop rod. If it doesn't pop out, you have to use a screwdriver just to pry that off. Prise that off for you people in the UK. Through a hole, I'll pull it out to show you, but it's through a hole in the top, so you want to make sure you get it back through that hole. Like that. There it is there, so it looks like it's just a ball with a hole on that side, much like a hood prop rod. And that, again, goes through a hole, the bottom or side of the top, and then onto a little nub that you can feel down there. Easy enough to put back on. So that's one side. Go to the other side here. And you reach right down to the bottom of this flexible prop rod type scenario. Pops right off. There you go. So now you can lift the back of the top right up. That's called service position. Here's the upholstered part of the top, or upholstered part, not of the top, but of the engine cover. Oh, I forgot the hard storage box goes out from the back. So you just give it a push, goes backwards, slides over top of the other upholstered piece. Come around to the other side. Make sure this one is also, you might as well take these out because you don't want to scratch your soft top window. And it's come around the side here. The speaker wire is attached. Speaker wire is just down there. It goes down to the side, and there's a attachment point underneath this corner of the top. Like usual, fun to unclip plastic connectors, especially when they're upside down backwards and you can't see them. And once you can get your fingers on both sides and push it hard enough, oh, there, unclips. So there it is there. And I'll show you what kind of device that is. It's one of these kinds. You gotta push both sides to spread those enough. Mine didn't want to spread enough on the one side, or I wasn't pushing hard enough, but once I did, then popped off. So back this eye back up. Now we can pull the speaker box out. Definitely want to be careful because you don't want to touch the back of the car with it. I didn't notice this last time I had it off, but look at this, how somebody has glued this speaker cover on with so much silicone. The only part that's connected is that bottom last corner bit there. Check that out. There's some use of silicone. Generous use of silicone. So I'll be able to fix that up right now too, while I'm at it. Yeah. Once you've done all that, you put the top back almost all the way closed. You just don't want the back tonneau cover, the flap there, the cover, the hard cover, to go down. So now you can pull this part up, and this stays in what they call service mode. It'll stay there by itself. So that gives you access, as you can see, some access anyways, back here to do some of the engine work. So this cover comes off as well. So the best practice here would be to put something over top of the back of the car, over top of the trunk, the front being the frunk, so that you don't scratch it when you pull that piece out of there. So let me get that, let me get a cover, and we'll just cover the back up. And you can get this floppy engine cover, really, not the engine cover, this is more of a insulation, engine insulation cover. It's pretty thick on the back side. It's got foam on there. And now comes the engine cover. Some key twists. Key twist is just like a twist lock. Nice close up on a couple of them here. and that's what you got. Boxster opposing 6-cylinder engine. Got the air filter box there. Got the intakes here. And this is the throttle body. So without further ado, let's get after it. I'm going to clean this up first. I think this calls for some gloves. Gloves now, or hard scrubbing hand washing later? Which do you prefer? Alright, got that a little bit cleaned up. Just the heavy dust off the top and stuff. And first thing you want to do is take a, what is that? 7 mil. Look, honestly, why 7 mil? Take the air boot off the throttle body. Then make it easier, loosen the 4 Jubilee clips, that they call them in England, on the plenum here. First plenum that's attached to the throttle body. It's interesting how this works, because all the air and the fuel is coming in here and going in to this one plenum on this side, and then somehow it balances out to move down these plastic intake runners, and then balanced on that side with another tube. So you'd think that this would run, you know, more evenly throughout, but it seems to work. And you're just loosening these ones so you have a little bit of wiggle room. Once you want to move this, get this part, there's a bolt down here that holds the throttle body to the base. 10 millimeter that holds the throttle body to the base here. And this tube here, offshoot tube, got to be loosened and removed as well. Right. All right, and then with the hex nut key, hex bit, remove these. Look at that little WD-40. All the difference. Probably never would have gotten that off without just a squirt of the WD-40. Thank you, WD-40. All right. I'm going to do this without removing that plenum there. I just loosen those off so that it can have a little bit of wiggly room. I'm just taking this one X out and then the other one here. I want to make sure you don't drop that inside the air plenum there. It doesn't have a washer, it has a connection to the bottom there. I just can't make my arm bend that way. That's the problem. As usual with mechanical work, you got to be a contortionist. I remember this old guy, he was about 80 when I was about 13, working at my dad's shop, and he says, Better be a contortionist to do this. And I thought, what is he talking about? Sure enough. Mechanics is a lot about being a contortionist. There we go, kids. Got the last one out. Once I edit this, it'll make it look like I'm an expert. And this whole thing was super easy. So, get this past those two. And then you can release the MAF sensor clip. Which, like everything, is supposed to be easy. Grasp these two ends, pull it off. Look how dirty the throttle body is there. I could almost clean it like that. Come on, baby. Don't be like that. Let's lean it up there. Come around the other side for the 20th time. Push those apart. Get a little bit of pry action here. Come on. And if you could really edit in real life. Rain Man Ray makes every one of these look so freaking easy. And I'm like, wow, how did he get that apart like that? Not sure how he does it. I guess after doing 1,000, you'd be better at everything. Tell me, Rain Man, how'd you do it? He's a Rain Man, I guess. Unbelievable. Like, honestly, that's how you break things. Fucking. Just trying to fucking clean up the throttle body. Alright then, let's clean it in place. Reality TV. This is really reality. So just press it open a little bit like that, just get that bit of dirt right there, because that's the part that would stop it from closing all the way. That's the key. Top has a gap anyways. Alright, then we'll just leave that here for a second. And we'll clean up inside that. Throttle body cleaned. The fly-by-wire throttle body and positioning sensor probably. So those items you wouldn't do much with, or anything with. Replacement only item. So then get this back in its spot here. Fasteners back in. One. Guy at the bottom. Finding the hole as usual. And where's my tool? There we go. Looks like I'm going to get this done without having to remove that clip. Such a bitch. This serves as the washer for both bolts on this side. So you just got to get all this on together. Put that on first. That's why all the mechanics use the electric ratchets now. Once you got even close to being in place, you just have to push a button, hold it steady. When you're ratcheting the ratchet, everything moves around, as you can see. Oh, look at that! I don't even know how that's. I don't even know how that's physically working. Look at the ratchet. That's tight. Now we'll come out of there. Come on. Oh, it's out. Oh, look, I got it in. Oh, it's in. And it's tight. You saw it. There it is. Oh, hello. Una paloma blanca. I'm just a bird in the sky. All right, tighten this up. Una paloma blanca. I'm not sure why I'm singing that song, but I almost feel like a bird in the sky now. All right, look at that. She's almost back together. She's got to get this here Jubilee clip back on. This piece pushed up higher. Those back there, these were loose. I just thought I'd check these ones too. And these were all quite loose, which I was saying could cause a vacuum leak in a run lean condition. So there we go, got those done. Felt good to do something. Now if I could just get this damn thing on, I'd be finished. Alright kids, that's it. She's back together. Finally got that where it should be. This is in the right spot. That's attached, all synced up. I mean snugged up. That clip is on because it never came off. This clip is on. These Jubilees are tight. Those are tight. And they were loose. I guess I should check the air filter. Let's see. Let's get how tight everything is. It's looking a bit dirty. Actually, it's just black colored on that side. This side isn't terrible. Could do for changing. I will order one of those. But for now, we'll just give it a blow. Blow it out. Good. That'll do, pig. All right, we're back, day 2. And today I want to get the MAF, the mass airflow sensor, cleaned up. And on this rig, which is still in the service position from yesterday when we did the throttle body in real time, real life. Real life anyways. MAF is right down there. As you can see, hangs on to the, or it's connected to the air intake with that wire there. So it's the MAF down there connected by a wire to the sensors in the air intake, and then runs back into the harness. So oddly enough, in the Porsches, it has these security Torx screws, and so you'll need a security bit for that. See that little nib in the middle of the Torx bolt right there where the shiny light is there. Now it's off. And this tool here, as you can see, has a indentation or a hole right in the middle, and that's a security type bit. I mean, these ones that I bought fit both, of course, because anything that without that bit in the middle, it'll work, and then if it does have that bit, it'll work as well. Now, just as I was going to do this, I noticed that this rubber piece here, this bit of insulation, is down. So I'm going to try to correct that with a little bit of spray adhesive. So let me get set up here and we'll get that sorted first. So best practice would be to wipe down both sides with a degreaser. Make sure there's no grease or dirt that's going to stop our glue from sticking. There you go, a whole bunch of it on the metal part, and then on the rubber part, not a lot you can do there. Just dab it, wipe it, see if it'll wipe clean a bit. Looks like it has. Get this little bit of loose stuff off the edge. A little bit of this spray adhesive. That's the good stuff. Shake, shake, shake. Spray it upside down here. Alright, see if I can get a little bit underneath there. Nah, not so easy. Let it set for a couple minutes. And I brought a little clamp. See if that'll hold it up and out of the way. There. Alright, now I unscrew the sensor. Get the safety Torx bits or security Torx bits. 2 of them. There's one of them. Come on, just get it in there. Oh, do I have it? There we go. I think I've got it. I'll take the whole thing out first, and then probably easier to get that connector off the top of it. There it is. Pull it out there. So there it is there. I'll be very careful not to touch any of that stuff. And now that it's out, looks like it's easier to take this connector off here. How do you think it works? Looks like it's just something on this side. So maybe a little help with screwdriver as usual. Get this tang up from the bottom, because when I push on there, of course it doesn't want to release enough on there. So just get this tang up a tiny bit, loosen it. Yo, yo, yo. There we go. Got her off there. So there it is there. It's got a diode on this side, and it's got the sensor is right inside there. Let me see if I can get a light. All right, once again, right inside here. I don't know if you can see it. It's in the dark spot there. There's a little tiny, oh, there it is, wire. That is the actual sensor, and that's what you want to clean off. This diode doesn't need to be cleaned. It's really just that part there. The air flows past that, and that's what registers. So, of course, you want to use mass airflow sensor specific cleaner. There's a slight difference in the 2 of them. I put it in a different video what the exact difference was. Can't remember now. But anyways, just going to give it a good spray down, let it dry. A lot of dirt actually comes off there. Alright, while we're letting that dry, let's go do the hood prop rods. Alright, hopefully these are the correct ones. Let's put them up against the other one and see how they fit. Yeah, looks like the right one. All right. as I just did. One just pops right on. And as soon as you get the new ones on, you can tell, holds it up much easier. So one side done. Very easy to put on. Nice, another new item. And the other one the same, but in reverse. Probably the only easy job on the car. Done. Still have a rod under there, or a block of wood under there, because I have the battery charger on. Let's see what the battery's doing here. Oh, looks like we're fully charged. These Genius, all the Genius brand is a fantastic brand of battery charger, trickle charger, maintainer, and jump packs. And the Genius brand is awesome. Yes, I believe this is dry now, so let's reinstall it. All right, reinstall is going to be reverse of the install. So connect your connector. There's a round side on this side. You can tell that goes to the back, and there's a little clip on this side, and that would go to this where the clip attaches. Check on the back side, that nub's right inside there. And in it goes. Let's see, which way would the air flow? Yeah, air is flowing from the box, so you can tell which way you put it in. The air is flowing from the air cleaner this way into the engine, and it would go inside here where it's going to react with that little wire that we just cleaned. Alright, let's see if this stuck. Looks like I did. I think I'll leave that on for a bit while longer. Although I'm guessing we're done, so hopefully it just stays stuck. Well, we'll leave it on while we start up the engine. Alright, let's crank it over. See how it is. The first thing you do, if you just turn the ignition on and wait, you'll get the oil level. And it looks like it's right in the middle of the two. Nice, nice, nice. Check it out. The old Porsche purr. That's a cold start. No smoke. Sounds good. Let's button her up and we'll change the oil. So double check. Oh, I got this clamp. Lucky I double checked things. Clamp come off that piece of foam. Looks to be stuck there. Nice. The mass airflow sensor is good. Throttle body's cleaned. All the nuts and bolts are back on where they should be. Looks like everything's tight. Just double check everything as usual. Change the air. Well, I don't need to change the air. I'm just going to change the fuel. I did the air probably last year. Or filter, that is. So we will pop this down. Put them all down first before you lock them. Snap them down. Oh, I still have to do the repair on the speaker box. Let's do that. Alright, so we're over on the bench here, and this is a nice little item, added item. It's got 2 tweeters on either side, and then of course the car has some decent bass. These are probably mid-range, but let's cut all this off here. Oh, somebody really glommed this on. Wasn't me. Would I tell you if it was? Of course I would. You've seen the reality show to date. I bet this thing, like a lot of things, probably clips on without all this glue. Hopefully this isn't factory silicone. Somebody complained that their speaker cover was coming off, and the dealership said, we'll fix that permanent like. Oh, we shouldn't talk down to dealerships all the time, right? Let's get a proper light here. I'm telling you, this thing is golden. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people using them, so I went and bought one, and yeah, it works great. Alright, so check this out. This thing actually snaps in super nicely. Once all that junk, well, I mean, it's still got some remnants here that I got to clean off, but once that junk is off, you put one side in there, put the other side in there. Just get it seated nicely like that. Clips in properly. There, look at that. Nice and solid. There's my hand on the other side. Not popping out, nothing. Flip it over. Look at how nice and flush it sits. Not going anywhere. Look at that. There's actually a lip that goes all the way around that clips it in. That's how it should be. Alright, let's go reinstall this baby. Clip, and then the little speaker wire, of course. Click. Turn the radio on and check those out. Hear those. It's so nice that they're right up against the seat. What a great design. Oh my lord.
Such a happy, funky feel to that song.
Happy funky feel is right. Okay, gotta put these babies back in there. Reaching down into the depths. Get that back on. Out of service mode. So right now, as I said, this is in service mode. Unlock it. Comes down. Make sure you don't get a crease in the plastic glass. I should have checked that earlier, of course. Bring this down. There we go. One clip. It's just like a half-assed gutter attached to the roof, so that water sheds down here. It goes on the gutter, and then it just dribbles down onto both sides here. And there's a tube that needs to be cleaned out on a regular basis. Right at the bottom of this. Make sure there's no debris in there. Look at, there's a bit of dirt in there. Light here. So that's the clip for the rooftop. And then there's the drain plug for the water. Blow some air through there in a second here. Same on the other side. This drain gutter sheds water into this pan down here. My car never sees rain, so There ain't gonna be any water or leaves or junk down there. But I snapped that piece in there for the hood. And then on this side, actually this side doesn't have a little plug on top. You wouldn't think it should have a plug on top of there, would you? Not sure the other side why it has that little plug sitting in there. Whether that was something they never took off from the factory or what. This item here, is that supposed to float up when the water comes in? Because there's the water drain hole there. Let's push some air through there and see what happens. Alright, so got the little compressor there filled up and my blowgun. Got my sheets all over the side of the car here so nothing would touch it. And just want to blow out that hole in there. Get the light back on here. And make sure she's clear. You know what I did first is I stuck this zip tie in there. And it actually goes backwards, that hole, so you get that in there. It goes right in, so no obstructions there. No dirt in there. All good. Give her a little blow here. There we go. Do the same on the other side. Just be a little more careful with the hose, of course. Alright, that's all done. I'm going to put this in the glove box for now because I don't think it should be sitting in that hole. I'm going to take my covers off. Back on the other project car. Double check everything like I always do. Hoods down. These are attached. The boot straps are attached. Got something sprayed over the car here. It'll come off when I do a polish. And I think we are good to go. Let's top up and down once. Make sure that's acting like it should. Clickety click, clack. What do you think, sweetheart? Having a nice stretchy stretch? Huh? What are you up to? Hot? I'm so hot, I've got fur coat on. So yeah, beautiful day here in Saskatchewan. Things are slowly greening. We do need rain, that's for sure. And I need to pop the screen on the back. There we go. We're almost good to go. Let's you know what I'll do is I'll do a tire run, tire pressure check before we get to the oil. I'm procrastinating on the oil because it's no fun. That's what those little Allen keys are for. These little Porsche caps come with an Allen key, an Allen screw. That is not a bag of weed. It's a bag of Allen keys and or Allen nuts and an Allen key for the tire caps. Porsche tire caps. I guess so they don't fall off. So you screw that in and push it against the edge of the valve stem. Never seen anything like that. Hopefully they don't come off on their own. So what do we got here? 38. These things are supposed to take 50 psi. Those are 50 psi, so I like to run it at about 45-ish. $44, $45, right on the button. Nice and tight.
Porsche. There is no substitute. Fuck you.